Hey everybody, good evening to you once again. It is 8:05 p.m. now. We have a couple of special weather statements out. By and large, the forecast is right on track. Still watching kind of the bullseye area that I was telling you about just a little bit ago. But let's go ahead and take a look at these special weather statements that are out just now. First, let's talk about Bates County as this thunderstorm, which is heavy in lightning activity. Look at all these lightning strikes over the last 5 minutes, right? So this is just off to the west of Adrian right now. Good evening, everybody. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you are watching from and what you are seeing. Send in your pictures. Love to put those up. Love to post them as well. Everybody else likes them too. So appreciate everybody's feedback tonight. But this storm is just now headed southeast. This is going to hit right here. Stop the radar data. Yeah, this is going to come between Adrian and Passaic, looks like. So heaviest thunderstorm activity in this little cell right now, which I do see some small hail, possibly right out here over FF, Highway and 18, out west of Adrian. So that is where the strongest activity in this particular thunderstorm is right now. Let's go ahead and check and see what we are getting on integrated liquid. Give us some hail returns. Yeah, so we could see some significant hail actually out here. Let me know what you guys are seeing. So this could be up to this could be penny sized, up to maybe some tennis ball sized hail, possibly. That's what the storms have produced tonight. I was actually watching some video down in Wichita of baseball sized hail in those cells that you were tracking with me earlier a little bit. So heads up for some hail actually right now. Coming across 18 highway out west of Adrian. And I think this is going to pick up, like I say, it's going to cruise over FF Highway and head down here towards 49. I think this is really going to head maybe just a little bit north of Passaic. So going to clip Adrian here in the next few minutes as well. So special weather statement is out because this is below severe limits, which means that we are not seeing up to 60 mile per hour winds. In fact, velocity right now giving us some wind gusts in the 30s, high 30s, although probably on account of the hail. Look at this. We go over and switch metrics here. And we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now, probably due to that hail. So look at this. They're going to go ahead and polygon Adrian, Passaic, Butler, Pleasant Gap, Rockville, almost out to Appleton City, headed over toward Montrose because this thing is headed south and east. So let's see what this is warned for. Up to 60 mile per hour winds, which we have not seen. This is going to go until 8:45 p.m. This storm is moving east, actually moving southeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail, possibly. So it's what you may be seeing in this. For Butler, Adrian, Montrose, Rockville, Passaic, Ballard, and Ladue. So those are the areas just dropped under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45 p.m. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Actually, the way that this is congealing here, this is stretching out into a little bit of a line, probably has their attention as well. So we'll go ahead and check all the data on this and see what this is going to do. So wouldn't be surprised if our next scan shows some stronger intensity wind gusts. So we'll go ahead and wait for that. We'll watch this guy cruising right over 49 highway right now, coming into Adrian. So we'll go ahead and get street level down here. Here is 18 highway. Here is Adrian. So if we get out here north of Adrian, I see strong thunderstorm activity out here just to the north of 18 highway, west of 49 highway. So let's go ahead and see what our hail is showing now. We'll wait for that new scan to see if we're picking up stronger wind gusts. So significant hail encompassing all of 18 highway right now to the west of Adrian. So good evening to you folks in Adrian. This will pass over pretty quickly, but we do have now a severe thunderstorm warning out for Adrian, Passaic, Butler, Spruce, and Montrose, headed down towards the Pleasant Gap neighborhood. This is going to take you up till about 8:45 p.m. It's 8:09. Right now. So seeing the strongest wind gusts in this are actually between Archie and Adrian, right out here in the Crescent Hill neighborhood. This is Double A Highway coming into Crescent Hill, which is just to the west of 49 there, north of Adrian. So that's where we're seeing strong winds at this time. Weather Service telling us we could see up to some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Haven't seen too many of those, but let's work our way out to the west, and we do have a special weather statement out here towards the Princeton area. This is going to go for the next 20 minutes. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail. This is going to go through 8:30 p.m. out here in the Princeton neighborhood. Again, wind gusts going to slide between the scans on radar, but not seeing any big indicators for severe gusts, but they probably are out there in this. So heads up, this is only special weather statement indicated right now, headed towards Lane, Kansas. So that's possibly Lane, Beagle. Looks like it might just slide south of Osawatomie here. So all of these storms kicking up some significant lightning tonight. Look at these ground lightning strikes tonight. These are really intense. So if one of these is headed to your neighborhood, make a few phone calls. They're going to pass over pretty quick, so it's worth just getting out of the way. Here is radar in motion, picking up east-southeast trajectory on all these storms. So whatever you do get, it's going to give you some heavy downpours, possibly some around quarter-sized hail, and then it'll be out of your neighborhood pretty quick. So nobody complaining about the rain, but special weather statement turned into a severe thunderstorm warning here in Bates County on account likely of that hail and potential wind gusts in these. So I hear sounds telling me a new warning is coming out. Let's watch for a second and see where that's going, but I don't see anything worthy of that. So while we're watching these storms develop, absolutely appreciate people who make this possible. Tonight's weather, special weather coverage tonight, sponsored by Premier Contractor Services. These are the guys that help me pay the bills and bring you the data up to the minute, as well as the streaming and all the stuff behind the scenes here. So these are experts in every level of construction that you might need, from simple repairs to total plans. They have experts available that can talk you through things, and they're great to talk to if you just have an idea. You want to get your mind around something and start to put it on paper. So absolutely give them a call, and I appreciate Premier Contractor Services sponsoring our weather tonight. Big shout out to them. So continuing to cover primarily two areas here. We're going to go out to just south of Ottawa, up and down 59 highway here. You guys do have a strong thunderstorm that has a special weather statement for the next 18 minutes. Going to take you up till just after 8:30 p.m. This is headed towards Lane, Kansas. And we do see some at least 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts in this as well, but we're predominantly we're talking about a lot of lightning and a heavy downpour in that cell. So coming back over here into Bates County, let's go ahead and watch this thing. It's clipping along pretty good. The bulletin indicated this was moving at about 45 miles per hour to the east. So we're just about over heaviest impact. Looks like it is going to impact Adrian directly. So just to the north of Adrian. Oh, here's a new scan. So look at that. A little bit of dissipation as it hopped right over Adrian. So yeah, you're probably you're behind if you're watching me and Adrian right now, right? You probably already knew that. So I see strong activity just about done with Adrian, and strongest activity right now looks like this is going to be already out north of Z Highway, south and east of Adrian, right? So heads up out here towards Ballard, out here towards Johnstown and Spruce. You are severe thunderstorm warned. Let's see if we have any new data on velocity. Not really. Seeing our strongest wind gusts still hanging out Crescent Hill, but I think that's an old scan. So we're seeing, I would imagine that there are plenty of hidden at least 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts out here in these. So you guys comment, let me know what you're seeing as this little disturbance blasts through. Overall, forecast is really right on track. I was watching this area out here to be kind of our bullseye, and I think it's 8:14, so if it doesn't happen between now and about 9 p.m., I don't think it's really going to happen. The tornado risk for tonight was more out here, and we have not seen a single tornado warning. We can hop over here to Wichita for anybody that's curious. Wichita has had a busy evening. Let's pick up that radar. We have big hail coming through Childs Acres west of Riverview. This is now crossing over 96 Highway west of 235. So we can take a look at hail in this. This is a very strong thunderstorm. It's moving a little bit slower because this one is picking up to the south. So let's go ahead and see. This is warned for the next 45 minutes. It has the potential for a destructive thunderstorm with wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour observed with this. So that should knock out loose some power lines and things like that for a little while. North of 60 qualifies for a severe thunderstorm warning. Also on account of that hail as well. So this one looks like this is headed down This is going to pick up Westlink Village, Rolling Hills, and the Dell, moving really along that 235 corridor there now, just south of Wichita. So mesoscale discussion still active for activity there. That is the red indicated area there that you're seeing. So out here in the middle, haven't seen too much. We have seen some robust thunderstorms. Still the area that I'm watching. Tornado activity a little bit more to the west, but we're getting to the end of that. 8:15 p.m. now. We should start to look for things to drop down some. Not going to be the beneficiary of the afternoon heating and instability. So let's come back over here and check on our situation in Adrian. Adrian is just about done with this quick moving thunderstorm. I'm seeing lots of lightning out here right now between Passaic and Adrian, northwest of Z Highway. Yeah, between Z and 49. So John says in Adrian, we had 10 minutes ago, had high winds and pea-sized hail and just heavy rain right now. Believe that. And so you're just about done with that. But heavy rain right now over Adrian, all that lightning pushing off to the south and the east. Going to make for an exciting little thunderstorm. Hopefully you get a heavy downpour out of it or two, but that will be about it. So we'll just kind of watch this storm motion working off to the south and the east. Kind of hard to predict what will happen next. I would say through 9 p.m., any of these storms that fire along the front are going to come up really fast. They're going to be really strong. They're going to have a lot of lightning in them, and they're going to put down. They are elevated. They have the potential to be elevated. That's why we're seeing this strong hail, this heavy hail that we have. So you could still get some 2-inch plus hail out of these things if they pop up. So I've seen less storms tonight than I anticipated. That's a great thing. I haven't exactly seen them where I was looking. They are still, they fired strong ahead of the front, and now they're starting to fill in along the front too. So we are getting to the end of this, but there is the potential tonight for some post-frontal storms as well, which is interesting. We don't have so much of that, see so much of that during severe weather season, but we do see that happening tonight. So past 9 p.m., I am still watching for showers and thunderstorms tonight. I do think they will fall a little bit more over here on the Missouri side, and they shouldn't be as severe. So this is probably not it for thunderstorm activity tonight, but this may well be it for severe thunderstorms tonight, or at least near the end. That's what I'm thinking right now, but these are kind of tough. These cold fronts that have the potential for post-frontal storm activity, kind of different. It's not what I'm used to. I like it. I like surprises. So we'll keep an eye on things here, but that's what I'm thinking will happen through the rest of the evening. So let me take radar off here. So severe thunderstorm watch looks like it's now been extended, wisely so, I think. Look where the Warren polygons are over here toward Appleton City, Lowry City, Osceola. Yeah, no surprise there. So severe thunderstorm watch for you guys is going to expire in 3 hours. That's going to take you till 11 p.m. tonight. So, and well timed, I think. We'll put the radar data on here and see that just off to your northwest, you do have a robust thunderstorm. I think it's not what it was a few minutes ago. Let's go ahead and scrub the radar back a little bit here. There's where it is right now. It's most intense. Wow, look at that lightning, and that's where the hail was intense. So did you guys get some hail northwest of Adrian, north of 18, I bet? And I'm seeing that thing kind of flatten out. See how it flattens as it comes across 18 there. So that's a good sign. That's going to start gusting out. In fact, we can probably see that. Yeah, we're just starting to see that here on velocity. So that's good. That is starting to gust out. There'll be some strong wind gusts in it still, and you'll have plenty of lightning, but that thing is starting to be just a little bit less intense. So let's go back over here on the Kansas side and talk about you guys. Same kind of thing. I think this is a little bit flatter than it was, and this is just now reaching 169 highway over here towards the Beagle neighborhood. Will they extend your special weather statement? I don't know. Either way, I do still see some 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts out here. Where is that? This is south of Rantoul. Sometimes I go looking for streets and there are none. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Oh, here we are. Yeah, John Brown Road. Yeah, so strong wind gusts up around 40 miles per hour. I'm seeing Tennessee Road, John Brown Road, and these are just about to Vermont Road. There you go. And like I say, these are moving pretty quick, 40 plus miles an hour, and these will be these will be out of your hair. So those are our two most active storms. If you're not concerned with the Wichita area right now, that's what's going on. But like I say, I do look for some post-frontal activity to fill back in. I think you have rumbles of thunder overnight and maybe a few more special weather statements, especially if they get gusty back behind the front. Still can do that. You expect more wind out at the front, actually, and as it passes, but could still get some wind gusts tonight. So probably not all that we will see for thunderstorms tonight. So good evening, everybody. Appreciate you joining me. Thanks for being on here. Try to do the best that I can, but love the comments and love the pictures. You can always email me cool pictures of lightning. I will post those all day long. People like those, especially where I can tell you what's going on and what causes it, what storm that was. Helped somebody the other day reconstruct a thunderstorm had struck a building, right? And there was lightning strike evidence everywhere. So I was actually able to scrub the radar back and help him show to insurance where the storm was, which that data is available everywhere. But I was happy to do that. So all kinds of stuff that your pictures and your observations from the ground help with. Really appreciate that. So as for severe warnings, if you're just jumping on here tonight, I do have a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 24 minutes. For this particular storm, talking about the potential for some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and maybe some quarter-sized hail. And this goes until 8:45 p.m. So right now it is just about finished up in Adrian. Your rain is going to taper off fast if you are in Adrian. Seeing a bunch of lightning out here, picking up about the Ballard neighborhood, right between D Highway down here and up to 18 south of Altona. So get out of the way of this. It won't take you long, but nasty little storm popping through, but it's really flattened out a lot. So rain is going to start picking up if you're out here south of Ballard along BB Highway, D Highway. This is out between Passaic and Johnstown. So going to see a heavy thunderstorm pass over that area pretty quickly here. But this is really flattened out. We can see what we maybe still have for hail, expecting less and less. Yeah, this is small hail. This is penny size. Pea size, maybe even below that. And according to the last radar scan, that's hanging out here 18 and KK Highway west of Altona. But that's going to move over you pretty quick, and I expect all that to drop out of it pretty fast as this moves off to the south and the east. So heads up, good evening to folks out here in Johnstown, Germantown, Montrose, K Highway. You got a few minutes before what is left of this thunderstorm will cruise through your neighborhood, put down some heavy rainfall, and give you a pretty good lightning show here at 8:22 p.m. So they have gone ahead and kicked this out probably on account of wind gusts over here south of Osawatomie. So we have a special weather statement now for the next 22 minutes for up to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some half-inch hail. Still has the possibility to do some damage. So let's take a look. This is now starting to cross over 169. It has, and it's sliding just south of the Beagle neighborhood. So other roads that I see, this is going to be north of Parker, just about to 1077 Road, on its way down here towards Cadmus, and 152. This is all out west of Lacine. So you now have a special weather statement, which is just below severe status, but I think you will see some wind gusts, probably in the 30 to 40 mile per hour neighborhood. Let's see what we're getting right now. Wind gusts on the backside just a little bit out here just to the south of Rantoul. These are all going to be probably some 30, 40. Yeah, we're not even picking up into the 30s as far as these wind gusts, but still potential for that, and hence the special weather statement on those. So I had some great pictures of this storm moving through tonight when it was elevated, when it was taller before it started to collapse, which is what it's doing right now. It was really impressive as it came through Merwin, Amsterdam. Got some great shots from people that just happened to be in the neighborhood. Really appreciate that. But that was a tall thunderstorm that had the potential to really. So maybe you have some significant hail out there. I would love to hear about that because that thing really could have produced that. So. Yeah. So overall, pretty good news. No tornado warnings tonight out of this entire system. I think it's safe to say. I think we're crossing over to that point in the forecast where we're going to start to see more thunderstorm activity over here on the Missouri side. If you were with me earlier, I was saying that approaching the 9 o'clock hour, as we start to work our way out of the instability, I think we're going to see clustered thunderstorms. Maybe picking up like Lacine area, but Garden City, Adrian, Butler working their way over towards like Clinton and Warsaw. So that might be happening a little bit earlier. Hard to say, but we might start to be working toward that, which is great. Those storms should be less severe. So heavy downpours. Good grief, I can hear them. So you do have some wind gusts. Seeing plenty of 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts in this. Not the best way to know that here, given the wind direction. But we can get an idea as this thing is generally collapsing. So you're going to have plenty of lightning left in this and some heavy downpours. Let's see what we have left for hail. We have a new scan in. So I do see some hail, maybe up around quarter size 18T neighborhood out to the northwest of Ballard. So let's see what's happening with that. Let's scrub that back, actually. So yeah, look at that hail intensity pickup, hail size pickup, or at least the shadow of it is bouncing back to radar as it passed over Altona there. Yeah, right over Altona. I bet you guys started to hear hail. So this is going to cruise right down here to T18 into Ballard. Looks like where that hail core is headed. And look at these little storms cropping up. So I think that's right. I think we're going to see more of this. Clustering even out in front of the front, or right along the front is probably where we are right now. I haven't looked at the surface chart since I've been live, but we must be because look at these little storms cropping up. So that's probably the way of it tonight. Look back here. We have another little crop up just between Blue Mound and Mound City. So you guys have some lightning down there too. And we'll just kind of watch the region here for a little bit as I think we're setting right on the front. Checking messages and looking at your pictures that you guys are sending me tonight. These are super helpful. Really appreciate that. Let me know what you are seeing. I think everybody is just telling me about lightning. A few people talking about small hail, but I don't have any reports yet of super huge hail. That's a good thing. So where are we talking about now? Adrian, you're all done. Look how fast that was. That's crazy. So we're talking about heavy downpours finishing up at Altona, which is where the hail just picked up, stretching all the way down here across 18 Highway into Ballard now, and just about to get exciting in Johnstown. But all of this area remains under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 16 minutes. For some up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Haven't had reports of that yet either. We keep checking velocity here, but I think that's all that we're talking about as we dance through this little storm. But when it comes through your neighborhood, you will know it. So I think this is going to pick up north of Appleton City. I think it will slide. I think you guys will get some more rain down there in Appleton City. Winds are probably just about to pick up down there right now. So I think you will get in on this as well. I actually see the bulk of this headed right for Montrose. So like I say, plenty noisy and lots of lightning before this moves on over your neighborhood. So same kind of situation over here on the Kansas side, headed over here towards Cadmus. I think this is going to track right towards Lacine, is the direction that this one is headed. So with these flattening thunderstorms, you will get some heavy rainfall out of this, and absolutely nobody is complaining about that. It's not going to do a lot, though. The ground is so dry, this is going to come down hard, and it's going to run right off and, not make much difference, but give you some dust control for a little while. So storm coming into Johnstown, just north of Spruce, and also in the warned area along the front, we have a nice little thunderstorm taking shape north of New Piper, moving along 18 now. Moving out towards the Ladue neighborhood. Gonna miss Clinton, I think. Probably get some wind gusts over there. Over there at the reservoir, you're getting a little bit of a rain. Maybe about all you get. But hey, the front is just settling in, so I think there's more to come. So you guys out in Appleton are picking up some pretty good rainfall right now. It's just down to a good fall thunderstorm at this point. Let's go ahead and see what we have for hail in both of these. Still see some hail headed for Ballard. So heads up to the Ballard community. 18 directly over Ballard, really. Looks like it may just slide north of where BB turns south of Ballard there. Yeah, so I bet we see some hail activity. Guys, let me know. Any damage? I don't know if it's been big enough to be damaging. Kind of hard to say, but you could get some quarter-size hail tonight in here between Altona and Ballard for sure. Would not surprise me at all. All right, everybody. So those are your two storms right now, and we'll keep watching them. I do think that Lacine, Lynn Valley, Amsterdam. Let's go ahead and follow storm motion and see. So is there another thunderstorm really headed for the same area here as what is left of this thunderstorm cruises out of the special weather statement? So, I mean, we could be talking about Merwin, Amsterdam, Amoret, headed over towards Passaic Butler, something like that in another 20 minutes. These things are clipping along pretty good. It's 8:32, so between now and 9 p.m. Is there another thunderstorm headed toward Butler? I would put pretty good money that there is. It might slide a little bit further to the south, but these look like to be your most active cells right now. They're going to drop some moisture, a little bit of hail, a lot of lightning, and then they will be out. So I will keep watching things here. I am curious if any more storms will fire along the front. Haven't really seen any significant storms crop up in the last 15 minutes or so, something like that I have been live. So we'll keep watching. This is the area. I think things will shift a little bit over more toward the Missouri side. That's what the data was suggesting last, at least. So that is what I think will happen through the evening. I will be here watching. If we get another warning, especially, I will definitely pop back on here and let you know about it. I appreciate everybody. Thanks to the sponsor for picking up tonight. Appreciate that. And everybody sending me your pictures. Keep doing that. I'll be talking to you later.